Previously on Across the Chicken Line.
Okay, alright, so we are ready to cross the chicken line. I'm going to ring Cam, our chicken line council representative, and see what he's got to say.
Went to a restaurant and he felt like he had to pay for someone's food. So,
Nice, okay.
So that's the first one, I guess.
Yep.
We're hoping to actually see you guys take a little bit more risk. That's
Okay.
what so you draw a square in the ground, get someone to actually stand in the square, take a little bit of risk themselves, and and they get healed in the process.
Ridiculous. Okay, so here we are for week 3. We're just sitting here in Chicken Line HQ, and we're going to hear from Ian, one of the Chicken Line Council members, to see what our challenge is for this week.
It's come to our notice from the Facebook page a suggestion to hand out cupcakes at the local Centrelink office and bless these people. Recently, that the grade 5s and 6s from Foreverland wrote on some prophetic cards and gave out messages and prayed for people. If kids can do this across the chicken line comfortably, we'd like to see some adults out as well.
Adults?
So, Craig and Duffy, on a personal level, we would like you to invite a personal friend to the Easter event coming up using social media.
Okay.
Bye.
Alright, I'm looking forward to this, particularly the activity which I know that the Activate kids were out doing last week. They just did so well.
Okay, but before we get going, I think what we might do is give Megan Templeton a call, who makes the most amazing cupcakes on the planet, and see if she can be a part of this as well. So we've got half an hour. Do you think you could whip up maybe a couple of dozen beautiful cupcakes? You can?
Come on.
Awesome. All right, we're on our way.
Alright mate, let's get going.
Excellent. Okay, so we've just arrived at Megan's house and she's baked these most amazing cupcakes. We just want to show you guys how blessed these people are going to be before we actually leave. So have a little bit of a look at that. They're amazing.
Now actually, in all seriousness, we probably do need to actually make sure these taste alright before we go handing them out to the public.
We'd hate to give people something that is not suitable for their consumption. She might have laced it with something, you never know. Let's check it out. I kind of like them. So stepping over the chicken line is not only going out and doing what we're doing, talking to people and praying or whatever. It can be as simple as blessing someone by baking these amazing cupcakes. So Meg herself is also stepping over the chicken line and is now part of the team.
I've got a card here and I'm just writing a prophetic word inside it. Just a word of encouragement, really.
Yeah, so I need a prophetic word for a car park right now. So I feel as if this is for someone, I feel actually if this is for a male with like a black hoodie is what I've got, so try that. Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Let's go do that. Okay, well today we had a really great day crossing the chicken line. Lots of exciting things happened and a few challenging things as well. So our first challenge was to go out and hand out cupcakes to those coming out of Centrelink in Ringwood. So that was a lot of fun. We just, as you saw, stood at the door, and as people came out or walked in, we'd ask them, would you like a cupcake? We're doing random acts of kindness today and just trying to brighten people's day up. We had varied responses from, oh yeah, that would be great, thank you so much, right through to no, that's fine.
It was fascinating to see how suspicious people were of what we were trying to sell them or give them. Once we moved to the medical centre, that was even more fascinating, just as people were maybe at a bit of a slower pace. That one particularly was some fascinating conversations, like a couple of people in particular, 3, who were just really curious as to, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And so then we'd kind of say, well, look, we're Christians and we go to a church where we're all encouraging one another to do acts of kindness during the week.
One girl walked out and we offered her a cupcake. She explained that she had a brain infection and she'd had it for several months and was back in at the doctor to get a referral to get it checked out again because it had flared up. So we offered to pray for her and then just prayed and asked God to heal her.
After that, we headed out to the shopping centre. We were sitting in the car, wrote out the prophetic word, which that one came quite easily just as a word of encouragement. Then the challenge was just saying to God, okay, God, what are the features of this person that I'm looking out for? So I wrote down red scarf and then I added red hat and then I thought blue gloves. So I was pretty proud of myself about how specific I'd been able to be walking into the shopping centre.
Craig had gone ahead of me and came back and said, there's a guy with a black hoodie just ordering food up at KFC, funnily enough. And so as I approached KFC, I saw him sitting on the chair. He was clearly a tradie, and not only that, he had 3 of his tradie mates sitting all around him. It would be fair to say that I was peaking at this particular junction. I could just imagine going up to this guy and giving him this word and his 3 tradie mates just laughing at me. That's how I was feeling.
Duffy had found his guy, so I thought, all right, what if the word of knowledge is just completely wrong, but this is still going to apply for someone? So I'd written the red scarf and so on the envelope, and so I just kind of ripped that off and chucked it in the bin behind me as I saw the person, and I thought, this is God's word for this person today. So this lady's walking past, and I said, can I just take a moment of your time to give you something? She said, what do you want to give me? I said, I've just written this card with some encouraging words in it. Actually, the reason I came to this shopping centre today was to find someone to give this to, and I'm pretty sure it's meant for you. She said, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm a Christian, and what I've written in here, I believe, is what God is actually wanting to say to you. She said, well, what makes you think God would want to say anything to me? I said, well, would you mind just opening it and having a look and then sharing if it means something to you? So she kind of reluctantly edges this card open, starts reading it, and about halfway through goes, and you can see a whole disposition change, reads it, ponders on it, closes it up, and then hands it back to me. I said, no, honestly, you're the one person that I've come for today. This is not for anyone else. I kind of just take the card. I'm thinking, what do I do now? And she reaches out and gives me this great big hug, and then she's off.
So I kind of wandered around, kind of looking at him, stalking. I mustered up the courage to walk up to him, introduce myself. I know this is going to sound really strange. I came here today because God gave me a message for someone, and I think it might be for you. And straight away he said, no thanks mate, I'm not interested, and walked off. So straight away I felt as if I failed. But as we keep saying in each episode, it's actually about moving from that place of waiting, being anxious, to actually stepping over the line and having the courage to go and to talk to someone about it. And for me, it's really quite difficult to adjust the way I'm thinking and feeling to I've kind of failed to actually that was a raging success because I took the step over the chicken line and spoke to him. And that's the thing that we all need to tackle.
We just genuinely want to learn how to celebrate amongst ourselves and as a church family. Genuinely learn how to celebrate taking a risk and knowing that God smiles on the risk. The success is up to Him. So the final thing that I need to do today is get my phone and I'll just give it a go. So I'll just send that out, and I know it's my role just to provide the invitation, God's role to prompt the heart, and we'll see what happens for that family. But just want to encourage you, whether it's in a personal way with close friends or people that you already know, or whether it's with strangers on the street, we're just encouraging you also to be taking steps across the chicken line this week and beyond. Have a great week.